Thinking, what's all the to-do, all that opening sequence about just opening a box? Well, the box contained a new blade grinder. I'm so excited about this thing. Watching reviews online, looks awesome. Decided to go with this one versus another one. I think it boiled down to price, honestly. So I'm gonna give you the numbers here. This is an RBG-712. How have we sharpened our blades in the past? I've ran a lawn care business. You could go all the way back to when I was 12 years old if you wanted to. That's when my dad started, my brother and I, in the lawn care industry. However, as a business, really since about 2005. So since 2005, we have been sharpening blades with a hand grinder, 4.5-inch grinder. And today is the day where all of that changes. So how does that benefit you? Well, I'm gonna tell you what this thing costs, how it's gonna benefit our business, and we're gonna sharpen one blade with a hand grinder, and we're gonna sharpen one blade with this grinder. We're gonna see how long it takes, and we're gonna see the quality of the sharpen on the blade with the hand grinder versus this. Then we're going to analyze those stats and stack them up with hundreds of blades and see what our overall time frame is. Where does this save us money? Right? Because you run the business, right? We don't do things just to do things. We do things for productivity, efficiency, time savings, which equals more money made in the long run. That's how you run a business. If you're not, we need to talk. All right, so pricing. I ordered this directly from Wall Enterprises Incorporated. Wall Enterprises Incorporated, directly from the manufacturer. The reason I did that is because 8 weeks ago when I was looking for one of these, nobody had one. They were all on back order. So I just called the manufacturer, talked to, I believe, the guy who invented this thing, or one of the guys that runs this company. And he said, hey, you can order direct from us. It's gonna take about 6 to 8 weeks to get it. I said, well, I'm looking at 6 to 8 weeks to get it anyways. But if I ordered this from a supplier, or whatever you call the in-between people, right? The people who sell most of them, I was looking at spending $750 to $800 for the machine, the grit guard, and a few extra blades. Well, since I ordered it from him, total price is $648.24. So that's what you're looking at. $648.24. Is this thing worth it? Hopefully, I'll be able to give you an educated analysis here in just a few. You know how one thing turns into another and another thing turns into another? Well, we got the new grinder. We didn't really have a good place to put it, so we had to build a table. Building the table, I was thinking, we might as well build a spot for blades too. So we got a little table here with some scrap wood, and then underneath, that's where all the used blades go. Let's talk about first impressions. First time I've ever used the RBG-712 blade grinder. First impressions, I really like the setup and the consistency of the grind. Let me show you. Well, let's first show you the hand grinder, okay? I got this glove on, the blade's still hot. But the hand grinder, if you can tell, we kind of work off the angle that's already there. And so we do our best to get that correct angle, but you can tell that it is nowhere near perfect, if you can even see that. The angle and the cut. When I initially grinded down this side with the new RBG-712, I wasn't sure if that was exactly what I was looking for until I grinded the other side with a hand grinder. And the difference is pretty noticeable. So my hand grinds, we've been doing this for years, just hand grinding, and it works. There is a better way, obviously. Both methods took exactly 3 minutes and 30 seconds on each side. This side and this side. Now this is the RBG-712, and I'm sure we can get that time down, being the first time we've ever done it. But I want to point out a few things that I'm not sure about yet, and I think we'll come to understand this machine a little bit better. If you can see right here, it's almost as if it didn't want to get all the way down to the tip of that blade. And I'm sure there's some methods. I'm not saying anything bad about this machine because I do not know. At this point, I do not know exactly what it can do. I need to watch some videos online of the methods of grinding. The other thing I'm really not sure about is when you pull that blade all the way out, it has a hard time getting that tip. And I know you're not supposed to grind that tip down much anyways, because the more you do it, the more grass you're gonna leave when you're mowing. It just creates strips. You're leaving strips. But it won't get it because the blade itself has to be touching the bracket on the machine, and as you pull out, there's not anything touching here to bear down onto the grinder wheel itself. But what I will say is the consistency of that cut is 100 times better than the consistency of this cut. I can see our blades being more balanced. I can see this being very helpful in our business if we were to change blades out. Let's say we change blades out every day, and let's say we put a new pair of blades on, run them for a day, bring them back into the shop, pop a new pair of blades on, and then sharpen that old pair. I bet we can sharpen those up in each side in a minute to a minute and a half. And if we did that every day just to keep those edges on there and to keep it sharp, that would help the productivity of our business in several ways. It would take literally 5 minutes to change blades out on the mowers every morning. And it would also increase our productivity on the machines every day. You know, the sharper your blades are, the faster your machines will cut, and better. So, making your properties look better, being more efficient, more productive, and your quality will be higher. I'm pretty impressed with this thing so far. Let's see, what I say we spent on it? $648. Okay, that's, you know, that's a little bit hefty for a blade grinder, let's be honest. But it is a very nice machine, and I did get the grit collector, so that, and he did throw in a free disc wheel. So at the end of the day, we always try to look at everything from the aspect of return on investments. What's our ROI on this machine? And you want to just figure that out? Hey everyone, sorry to stop in the middle, but we are about to talk about return on investment on the blade grinder. Why don't I have a chicken? I don't know, I just felt like showing you guys. This is our resident rooster on our property. We've got about 40 something chickens here, and he runs the show. This is King. But I decided to break these up into 2 videos. So we're gonna talk about return on investment on the grinder, very important for your business. But we're gonna do it in the next video. So remember, always love God, love others, and let your work reflect that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Catch you on the next one.